And again, this is my first time making a video in a really long time. Actually, all I have is podcasts. I don't even have a video yet because I've been really lazy and too lazy to edit anything or actually upload it, which takes like an hour to upload videos onto YouTube because my computer really sucks. But I'm finally making a video because I talked to somebody who has made me really angry at kind of society, basically America, because America is kind of stupid. I'm American, by the way, you could probably tell, so don't be offended. You can be offended, actually. It's kind of offensive to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm really angry and I have to vent about my anger to you guys, so enjoy my rant. So basically I called up this, well, okay, I have no life, and when I get bored I call Christian hotlines and talk to these guys and kind of ask them questions about their religion. Not that I'm trying to argue with it, but just because I am really curious about it. I was not raised Christian, and I do this with other religions too. I've done this with Mormons, but I'm gonna do this with other religions as soon as I find other religion numbers or churches that I can go to and just talk to them and ask them about it, because I'm really curious about this kind of thing. And we don't have very many world religion classes at my school that I can learn from, so this is how I'm learning it. But anyway, I called up this guy a couple weeks ago, about a week ago, and he was kind of an asshole. It was from this Christian number, 1-800-NEED-HIM or something, and it was, I guess it's about helping people become born-again Christians. I don't really know much, but they're basically the only Christian number I can find that they actually talk to you, because all the other ones just want you to give them money or get all your information and mail you crap, and then they hang up with the phone on you and don't want to talk to you again. So these are the people I call when I have questions about it, and some of them are kind of idiots, which I realized after I called this guy. I asked him what happened to people before Jesus came around. Are they in heaven or hell? Because they don't really have the option of learning about Christianity or studying the scripture to get into heaven, if you believe in that. Like countries where Christianity, not many people know about it, and how, I mean, if you don't know about Christianity, how are you supposed to get into heaven? Are they in hell? Are they suffering for eternity because they happen to be born in the wrong place, the wrong time? So I asked him this because I was really curious, and he never really answered my question. I don't really know what he was talking about. He went on a rant about property and classes, and I have no idea what he was talking about. Anyway, he started going on about property and property value. I don't know why, but he said, imagine you own a piece of property and the person across your neighbor, like your next door neighbor, the person who lives across the street from you, doesn't take care of their property at all and ends up lowering the value of your property because they never mowed their lawn, had broken windows, just treated their house like crap, and it affected you negatively. Your property value went down. And he said, imagine that this person was African American. And he said, I'm sure you would feel negatively towards the African American community for this person who lowered your property value. And the whole, he asked me basically, wouldn't you hate black people because this person was being a dick and lowered your property value? And when he said it, I was kind of completely confused because it had nothing to do with my question. But at the same time, kind of thinking, what an asshole. I mean, why on earth would one person speak for the entire race of somebody? You have one black person who, makes your value go down on your property, and apparently to this guy, all black people can't be relied on. It pissed me off so much. I got really pissed at this guy, and he could tell because he quickly changed his subject. Well, no, then he started going on about classrooms, and if I was in a mostly black school and everyone in my classroom was black and was disrupting the class and not letting me learn when I feel negative towards them, again, if there was a class that I was in, everyone's being an asshole in it, I wouldn't like the students. It's not that I would hate the entire African American community. I would hate the class, which has happened to me. I've had classes where people are complete dicks. I don't like the class. That does not mean I don't like, there were white people in the class, there were black people in the class, and that's about all my school is made up of, but I don't hate white people and black people, all white people and black people because of them. I didn't like the class. And I think that's kind of where racism comes from, like why people are racist in America. They take one person who does something wrong and they combine them all. A great example of this is Islam. The Al-Qaeda, who, 9/11, and suddenly all Muslims are terrorists. All of them. All Arabs, can't be trusted. All Arabs need to, leave the country. It pisses me off. It pisses me off so much because you cannot bottle everybody up into one category. You can't do that. That is stereotyping, that is racism, and that cannot be tolerated in this country or in any country. I mean, that's just not right, and it happens all over the place. All over the place. Mexicans. If you're Mexican, then you're an illegal immigrant, according to so many people, and it's so fucking wrong. Ugh. If there's one thing that I feel really strongly about, it's equality towards everybody. No matter what race, religion, sexual orientation, belief, anything, like anything at all, everybody is equal. And when you have these people saying, all Arabs get out of the country, all Muslims get out of the country, there was that one conservative radio host who said, bomb the, I cannot think of it, I know it, the Muslim place of worship, mosque. Bomb the mosque that's being built by the Ground Zero. He said someone needs to bomb it. It's like, that should not be tolerated. That should not be acceptable in this country. That should not be acceptable in any country, and that is so wrong. But I think in America, people are kind of, they're not thinking they're being racist. They're thinking one person did something wrong, and they all are, and everyone in that category is doing something wrong. So it's not a bad thing to, be prejudiced against them. It makes me so mad. So I had to make this video and rant about it. So sorry if I bored you, but I'm hopefully gonna make more videos because this is kind of fun for me. Maybe not for you, but I mean, if you want to hear more about me ranting about stuff, then you could subscribe or not. It doesn't really matter that much, but hopefully I'll be making a lot more. So. Thanks.